Hey everyone, I am currently in Osaka, Japan, and I'm going to be filming my packing video today. We are here for 9 nights and it's the fall season here. It's late November going into December, but it's been reasonably warm here compared to the last time we were here in November. I did do a packing video that last time as well. We were in Japan for 2 weeks that time around, and in that video I have a lot of packing tips and just things I like to look into and research before the trip. I will leave a link to that video down below if you want to check out those tips. The couple of things that I will mention again in this video that are very important for me anyway when I'm packing, I always like to check the weather, and I check the weather up until the day before we leave, just so I can make sure that the things that I'm packing for the trip are not only season appropriate but weather appropriate. Because a few years ago when we came to Japan in November, it was unusually cold for that time of year, and this time it's unusually warm for this time of year. Besides the weather though, my packing philosophy has also changed over the years. I now try to pack a lot more minimally because I have overpacked in the past, and it's just been really frustrating to lug things around when we're changing hotels, and it's just a lot to carry with you and to be responsible for when you're on vacation. So now I like to pack a lot more minimally, and this time we did travel just with carry-on. Besides checking the weather forecast, the other thing that I always like to do before every single trip is try on all of my clothing. I try on a whole bunch of different combinations, making sure each piece is versatile and that I can mix and match. For this trip, the weather was very varied. In Celsius, during the day, we are seeing temperatures of approximately, I would say, 11 to 15 degrees, maybe even a little bit warmer. And then at night, we're seeing temperatures of around 4 to 8 degrees, so quite a big variation. So I really tried to pack a lot of layers. I had an idea of what I wanted to bring when I started trying on my clothing, but then there were a few pieces. For example, you'll see me trying on this tan skirt a lot. It's a beautiful, thick felt skirt. I thought it would be both season and weather appropriate, as well as appropriate for the type of fashions they wear in Japan, but I just couldn't seem to make it work for me. It just didn't feel right, so I ended up not bringing that skirt. With all of that preamble out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at what I packed for this trip. Hubby and I traveled with just carry-on for this trip. We had 2 transfers and a really long transit time, so we didn't want to risk our luggage being lost or having to potentially reclaim and recheck our bags at different legs of our trip. I brought 2 carry-ons, the LV duffel, this is the Keepall 50, and also my little Muji luggage. When you open up the luggage, this is what you see inside. This luggage has 2 zippered mesh compartments. The one on the top is empty, the one on the bottom has a set of Atomy paint patches. I'm going to start removing everything from the left-hand side of the screen. When I take everything out, you'll see that I've used a lot of different makeup bags and packing cubes to organize my belongings. Starting off with the Shoppers Drug Mart bag, which houses a makeup and toiletries pouch that I like to use all the time. Above the Shoppers Drug Mart bag, you'll see a rain poncho. So this is something that we got from our last trip to Japan when we climbed Mount Fuji, but we didn't use it that trip. It was forecasted to rain quite a bit for this trip, although we've been lucky so far, fingers crossed, but we decided to pack the rain poncho since we had it already. The black and pink striped bag is new to the rotation. This houses all of our vitamins and supplements and medications and such. There's kind of like a black corner that's beside the black and pink bag. That is my Toronto reusable bag, and I did something a little bit different this trip. Instead of bringing a large handbag, I brought a small handbag and 2 reusable bags that I've been using as a large purse, and that's worked out really well so far. The bonus is that you can fold these up really tiny and they don't take up a lot of room. I was going to bring the Mulberry Alexa, but I wanted to pack really light this time around. There's a long rectangle below that, and that is a packing cube with some of my clothing in it. Let me remove that first layer and show you what else is in here. Now that I've removed the top layer, you could see the brown bag a little bit better that's holding my straightening wand. I'm gonna go approximately clockwise from that. I've got a pair of Tom Ford sunglasses, a Tweezerman brush roll. The little yellow bag that's peeking through beneath that houses my electric toothbrush, and then I've got an umbrella beside that. The Sephora makeup bag holds a few of my hair care products, And then I've got an extra pair of Crocs in the white plastic bag. Removing the next layer, you can now see the electric toothbrush and the umbrella a little bit better. Now that the suitcase on the left-hand side of the screen is empty, we're going to turn our attention to the right-hand side. On top here, I have an Aritzia Cardi coat, and let me go ahead and remove that so you can see how I've packed the rest of my clothing items. Underneath the Cardi coat, we have 3 packing cubes. The top packing cube houses a few of my tops as well as a scarf. The one below that houses a few of my bottoms. And then the little packing cube that's squeezed into the right-hand corner is holding my undergarments. I've taken the packing cubes out, and as you can see, my suitcase is now empty. There was nothing underneath that. Here are the contents of the makeup toiletry bags that I had in the Muji luggage. I'm going to start from the top left. I've got a razor, some makeup wipes, some Q-tips, some cotton swabs. I have 2 Diva cups. I've got the small size for my light days and the large size for my heavy days. I am expecting to get my period on this trip at some point. Then I have a Nail Tech nail file, some tweezers, and some nail clippers. I've also got my dental care in this bag. I have my dental flossers. I've got a tongue scraper and my retainer. I've got a Quo sharpener for my makeup pencil. Then I have a beauty blender in a little mesh bag. I've got 3 lip products. I've got the Beauty Blender Solid Cleanser. I have a little eyeshadow palette, a face powder that I'm using as concealer, and a blush. Here's what's inside the Tweezerman brush roll. Going from left to right, we have 5 eye makeup brushes. We then have the NYX eyeliner in the shade Velvet. I use this in my lower waterline. I have 2 Anastasia Brow Wiz. These are in the shade medium brown. I've got the Glossier Boy Brow, a Tweezerman eyelash curler, and my favorite mascara by Heroin Make. This is the long and curl formulation with the curved brush. Here are my various hair care products. I've got a comb, some gel, a tangle teaser, and a little pouch containing hair clips, hair elastic, hair bands, and bobby pins. I forgot to pack dry shampoo this time around, which is really strange because I always have it. Inside this long rectangular packing cube, going from left to right, I've got 3 pairs of black tights. I've got a black nightgown, a floral dress that is really short, so I just wear it as a top, a gray heat tech top, this is the thinner version, and a black heat tech top. In this packing cube, I have 3 short skirts that I'm wearing with tights, as well as 1 pair of charcoal gray poncy pants. In this final packing cube, I've got a light gray sweatshirt, a beige cashmere turtleneck sweater, 2 light v-neck sweaters in olive green and in beige, and a warm scarf at the very end. This is what I wore on the plane. I have a second pair of Crocs, Lululemon leggings, a charcoal gray cashmere turtleneck, a long cardigan from H&M, and a plaid scarf from Zara. Let's take a look at what I brought in the Keep All 50. This is everything that was inside the Keep All 50. I'm gonna start from the top left-hand corner. I've got my laptop, the turtle neck pillow, which my friend recommended. It is amazing. I'll link it down below, but it essentially has this like brace for your neck that you can rest the side of your head on or your chin or whatnot. You do have to adjust it quite a bit to get it to be comfortable, but once it's comfortable, you can sleep very easily on a plane in economy class, and you won't develop any pain in your neck whatsoever. It's amazing. The blue accordion envelope houses our itinerary. I've also got a clear baggie that has a bunch of liquids. Those are in there to pass through security at the airport. You guys know I like to organize everything into makeup bags, so I've got 3 of them lined up there. The pink one at the top has a bunch of electronics in there, and then the next 2 are kind of interchangeable. The one in the middle generally houses stuff for the plane, so these are my in-flight essentials. What I typically do is pull out all of my in-flight essentials and I keep that with me under the seat in front of me, and then the Keep All 50 as well as my Muji luggage go in the overhead. The bag underneath the mesh baggie with my in-flight essentials is my daily makeup bag, so that has a bunch of other stuff in there. I brought a small handbag for this trip, the Rebecca Minkoff Mini Mac. And then underneath that, I have another reusable bag that's also been functioning as a larger handbag for me on this trip. Here are the items in my clear pouch. Starting with the top row from left to right, I've got some nail polish, the Pharmacy Honey Savior Balm, some hand sanitizer, a little mini lip gloss, the Kopari Lip Love, which is a lip balm, 2 mini tubes of toothpaste, my BB cream, the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, a little sample of the Benefit Sunbeam. Now for the bottom row from left to right, I've got a foaming cleanser, some toner that I put into a little spray bottle, the FECC from Nyod, 3 different types of facial serum type things, the Ordinary Bee Oil, and 2 facial moisturizers. I'm showing these 2 makeup pouches together because the contents are really interchangeable. I've got some antibacterial wipes, 3 pens, my iPhone charger, an extra battery pack, some corded earphones. I've got some blotting papers, some Kleenex, hand cream, 4 lip products, a little mirror, some powder concealer, 2 hair ties, my Pokemon Go Plus, and a sleep mask. Here's what I keep in the Rebecca Minkoff Mini Mac. I've got my travel wallet, I've got a Harrods pouch with our coins in there. I carry both of the passports for hubby and me. I also carry 2 phones. One functions as my actual phone, and then the other one I use for photos and videos, and that's the one I'm recording with right now. That is it for this packing video. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know down below if you have packing tips or essentials that you bring on every trip. I would love to hear about some of these. I'll be back very soon with another video. Until then, please take care and bye for now.